There's a lot of bad feeling in the community. How can these rifts be repaired? And how will you encourage volunteers to contribute to Bell Canyon again?
I can answer that.
Sandy, go ahead. We'd like to give you this one.
Thank you. I think a lot of what's going on in Bell Canyon today is he said, she said, emails back and forth, all of them. A lot of them are so malicious and so degrading for a lot of people. It has to stop. And I will tell you, the only way that it's going to stop, just like my colleague Tim alluded to earlier, is that if we are on the board, we will work with my client, Yossi, anybody else who's on the board, so that the voice that comes out of the board is a united voice. It is not going to be they did this and we did this, because collectively we will be doing things. And I believe that is the only way that we will put an end to this divisiveness and this toxic culture in our community.
Thank you, Sandy.
I'd like to add to that because I don't know if he answered the volunteerism part. Among the people I've met here in Bell Canyon are some amazing, talented, and highly qualified people in lots of fields. In finance, you especially, yes. In finance and insurance and legal, in real estate. Amazing people. People with incredible qualifications who will not volunteer their time for fear of retribution, for fear of being, and some have already been, turned down in their efforts to help further the condition of this canyon. That has got to stop. We will utilize our assets, people in this canyon that really care about this canyon, to make this a better place. Please, I encourage all volunteers to step up when we're elected.
I need to follow up with this one more time. In connection with what Sandy was just saying about trying to work together, I was the former treasurer of the BCEC for maybe a year and a half or something like that. And I went and knocked on, I think the current treasurer is Eric Mann, his last name or something like that. I went and knocked on his door to offer the services and help. So yes, I'm willing to work together, same as Sandy said it, and I'm sure all of us.
And I'll add one little thing to it, and that is, I'm on the board. Andreas was on the BCEC board. That means that Yoav and Tim and Sandy, 3 people out of a community of 2,000, were the only ones to raise their hand to be willing to run for the board. Now, a lot of you in this room I spoke to and asked if you wanted to become running mates. And the typical answers I got, they don't want to be doxxed online, they don't want the intimidation, they don't want the threat of lawsuits. How many people here have been threatened by the board to be sued? Yeah, wow. Exactly.
How many was
that kind of thing needs to stop. Neighbors need to be neighborly. And the 3 of us want to do whatever we can to bring back, for those of you who remember 20 years ago in the canyon, where we had great days, snow days, and hot August nights, and Halloween, and movies in the park, and all of that on an ongoing basis. Not something where they scramble just to look good that, oh, we've done this event. Something that there'll be actual committees to be able to bring people happiness in the community once again. Thank you.
Got it? I'll make it stop. It doesn't have